Hi everyone, this is Holly Pike from Artistic Cutworks. Today I'm going to show you how I made these gift tags. It's not very hard, but you just need to know a couple of things. First thing I did was I traced this shape in the software just like you trace any other shape. So I'm going to go over here to a new tab, and here's our shape. Once I traced the shape, I filled it with a color. After I filled it with the color, then now I said I want to have a piece that goes on top so it's two-toned. So I selected the tag, and then I went over here to the offset window, and I did an internal offset. And you can see, I make it bigger, that the tag is internally offset. Now at this point, you can change that offset if you like. Okay. You can change it and add another one if you like. But I kind of like it this way. So I can close that now. Now what I did was I selected the offset. I'm going to right click and I'm going to release the compound path. The reason I'm going to do that is because this circle is too big and doesn't match up with the other tag. So I'm going to select this outer circle. Oops. Maybe. Let's release the compound path. I'm going to select the outer circle, and I'm going to resize the outer circle so it's the same as the inner circle. That way the tag will match up and it'll look really nice. Okay? So now I've got that done. So now I need to select a circle, hold my shift key down, and select the outer tag, right click, and make a compound path. So I'm going to move this one out of the way. Okay, notice there's a hole in here now. Now I'll select both of these, right click, and make a compound path. So now these line up. If I take this one, let's move it to the front. If I take this one, I can lay it over the pink one. So let's select that one. Let's change the color. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's select this one and change the color to white. Now when I lay it over, they're pretty close. I can align them with my arrow key and get them pretty close. We could also make this one white instead and make this one pink. Whatever you'd like to do for your tag is perfectly fine. Okay, you might fuss with it a little more, excuse me, if you were actually doing this for a project. So now I have the top tag and the bottom tag. You can put the letter either way, but I'm going to put the letter in this one. I'll go to my lettering tool and click on my screen and type an H. I'll highlight the H, go into my text style. I'm going to choose this font, left click outside, and then drag this to where I want it. Click on it. Now I can make it bigger, as big as I want to make it for this monogram tag. It's up to you how big you make it. Now I will left click, hold, and drag a box around the letter and the tag. Okay. Right click and make a compound path. So now we've got this letter chopped out of here, and when I place it on top, the bottom paper will show through the top paper, and you have a gift tag. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So what you would do is before you put the letter in here, you would copy and paste this, and then you would do each letter just as I did this letter. Then you could cut these separately. You put them on the mat like this, and you can lay a 3x4 piece of white or whatever color paper and a 3x4 piece of pink or whatever color paper. on your mat, send them through, send it to the cut machine. You're probably going to use cardstock. So go up here to cardstock. And I usually use like a heavy 80-pound cardstock. Go to the ratchet blade, and we're going to tell it to cut. Change your blade to 3. Your speed will automatically change. Your force will automatically change. Your passes will automatically change. There's one more thing I want you to do when you cut paper. That's click on these 3 little dots. And right here is something called line segment overcut. And what happens is when you have a corner like this, like in these letters, it'll come up, the knife comes up and it cuts this way. Well, sometimes this right here is not cut all the way. So what I have you do is add line segment overcut. So what it does is it does this. So now this edge right here, this point, is a really, really clean cut, and it cuts beautifully and comes off the paper very, very easily. So I like to use line segment overcut. I'll increase that to 0.2 and 0.2. Close that. And now you're ready to send it to your machine. My machine is not hooked up, but you're ready to send it to your machine. You'll want to save this. So you'll want to go to File, Save As, to your hard drive, because we always save to the hard drive. Find the place on your hard drive where you want to save it and save it. Then you will go to File, Save As, Library, and you'll put that in your library wherever you want it and save it so you can always get back to it. So now you have a studio file on your hard drive for backup and a studio file in your library for easy access. That's all there is to it. Have a great day, everyone. This is Holly Pike from Artistic Cutworks. Thanks for joining me for Gift Tags.